As many of you know, yesterday during the race there was an incident between Jimmie Johnson and Ryan Blaney. And obviously, Jimmie Johnson, the position he's in, was not thrilled with it. Ryan Blaney obviously was like, okay. But we'll go over the whole details and stuff. But if you want me to do this again tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, we'll do a playoff bubble update sometime this week. But for the Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Kyle Busch, I felt like this one was more important and worth doing first because of the situation and what it's worth to one of the drivers. Obviously, Ryan Blaney very well in the playoffs right now by points, and then Jimmie Johnson is in a tiebreaker for that final spot, whereas Kyle Busch is way in. Bubba Wallace is very out, and William Byron is in by a good points margin. So this has the most interesting, entertaining, more woo behind it. I don't know how to say it. Fanciness behind it, you know? But obviously the situation with, 30 to go? That's a guess. Jimmie Johnson going through the carousel and Ryan Blaney. I didn't see the whole replay. They just didn't show the camera view, but it shows Ryan Blaney underneath Jimmie Johnson. Jimmie Johnson spins, hits the tire barriers a little bit. Ends up getting a 19th place finish after racking up some stage points and having a good top 10 run. Ryan Blaney went on to finish 5th, and Jimmie Johnson fell to 19th. So Jimmie Johnson obviously very pissed off. He could have gotten 9 or 10 extra points there that he much needs in his situation, whereas Ryan Blaney, he doesn't really need points right now. He's pretty good where he is. But Johnson was not thrilled because he thought it was a little bit over-aggressive move. He thought it was dirty. Thought he was driven through. Whereas Blaney was like, I'm just racing. I saw a gap, and I went for the gap, and Johnson came down, and it happened. Jimmie did just recently tweet something 33 minutes ago. Someone referring to the Roval and blah, 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 blah. That doesn't matter. And Jimmie said, yep, I made a mistake, spun and collected Truex. That's way different than being dumped. I was dumped yesterday, not even an attempt to pass me, just drove through me. I find these to be very different situations, but who am I? You seem to be the one with all the credentials. So Jimmie Johnson obviously responding to some haters. Where do I stand on it? Racing's racing. I wish we got a full angle on it, because if I could have seen it, I would have had a better judgment call on it, on what it was. But obviously Jimmie Johnson, the position he's in, I think he has every right to be upset, to be mad if he gets dumped, just because he is so close to that line. But then again, you could say, Jimmie, why haven't you won? Why haven't you done better this year to make yourself locked in the playoffs so you don't have to be in this situation with 4 races to go to the playoffs? Obviously, you can make that argument, but you can make that argument for a lot of people, so that's out the window, I'd say. But Jimmie, obviously, not happy because of the situation he's in, I'd say rightfully so. Ryan Blaney, obviously defensive about it, rightfully so, I'd say, saying that he was racing, he was going for a gap, and that he wanted to make a pass, he was going for a pass. I think that is also a logical answer. So I think when it comes to the issue itself, I think that Jimmie Johnson does have a full right to be upset, to be mad, to want to be mad at Blaney. If it comes to retaliation, though, I don't think Jimmie should retaliate, especially if he retaliates against Blaney, like next week at Michigan or in 2 weeks at Bristol. It's not going to end up well for Jimmie, because let's say he's going to Indy tied in points for making the playoffs. He is the tiebreaker, and he gets wrecked by Blaney. Blaney might be looking for him or something and say, hey, you're not making the playoffs because of me. So I think Jimmie just needs to be cautious with it. Like, you can be upset, you can be mad, but if it comes to retaliation, don't do anything. That would be very dumb, the situation you're in, Jimmie Johnson. As for Blaney just needs to keep driving. He's doing good. He's all right. He just needs to get some playoff points, and he'll be fine. But if he gets any conflict and it comes to him in the playoffs, he's obviously making the playoffs. And if Jimmie Johnson doesn't make the playoffs, Jimmie Johnson, if he strikes at Ryan Blaney or something, it could be a rivalry. It could be, I don't know. But it's been very interesting to see. I've seen some people just straight up all Jimmie Johnson, like, oh, he dumped him, that was a dirty move, whatever. People on Blaney like, oh, it's just racing. I'm more in the middle. I'm in the middle, so I can see both situations. I understand why Jimmie Johnson's pissed. I completely understand Ryan Blaney being defensive. Completely understand Ryan Blaney saying, I'm just racing. If someone has a better camera view, that'd be great. you could send that and just put it in the comments, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Buzz, Bling, other YouTube video. I just want to see a better angle at it, just so I can kind of do better. But all I saw was Ryan Blaney at the bottom, Jimmie Johnson spinning away, so not really the greatest judgment. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Just a quick little video. Tomorrow we'll do our playoff update. We'll do more stuff this week. It'll be fun. Fun stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave it a big fat like. Leave this video a big fat like. If you want to subscribe, click on that subscribe button, because it would be 48 out of 48 or 12 out of 12.